Terry, and today I want to bring you through something I've been enjoying lately, a nice slow flow. So if you're ready, please join me in child's pose. Now take your feet wide, knees wide to the edges of your mat, your toes together, and then just slide your hips back over your heels. Bring your arms out in front of you. Rest your head on the mat, your forehead, or perhaps a block or a book or a thick pillow. Just notice your breath. Scan your body, notice how you feel. Without trying to change any of it. Just notice. Now start to deepen your breath. You can come to Ujjayi breath, breathing through your constricted throat. If you know Ujjayi, otherwise just nice deep inhales and exhales. Focus your energy and your attention on your breath to help you stay here, carving out this time for yourself, to be with your breath, to move, to feel, and then to come off your mat into the rest of your day, or if it's evening, to go to bed. Now press yourself up to a tabletop. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips. Press your hands into the mat. Press the tops of your feet into the mat. I'm going to do a little bit of a flow here from tabletop to child's pose. So bring your hips back, bring your right hand back. Make a nice big arc with your right hand as you come back up to tabletop. Take a breath. Slide back. Left hand comes back this time. Nice big arc. Maybe look to the side. Hand, left hand to the mat. Let's do that a couple times. Slide back. Right hand slides back. Open up. Start feeling that opening in your shoulders. Slide back. Slide your left hand back, open up, and press your left hand back. One more time, belly pulls up into your back, slide your right hand back, open up, right hand to your mat, slide your left hand back, slide your hips back, open up, left hand to your mat. Couple of cats and cows. Your breath. Just getting your spine moving. Bring your hands out a little bit in front of you. Tuck your toes and either stay on your knees in a plank or lift your knees. Draw your hips down towards your heels. Press into your hands. Open up your chest and then just rock back and forth. Bend your elbows. Just get a little bit of mobility in your calves, your legs. Feel your thighs start to burn a little bit. Pull your belly button up into your spine. Good. Now, tops of your toes down, knees down, chest down, chin down, forehead down, fingers tips beside your ribs. Pull up into a cobra. Press into the tops of your feet. Draw your shoulder blades together. Relax your shoulders. Pull your belly button into your spine and release. Breathe out. Breathe in, press up into that cobra again. Breathe out. Release. One more time. Press up into that cobra again. And then this time, press your hands down. Come back through tabletop to downward facing dog. Stay here. Breathe. Maybe walk your dog, bending one knee and then the other. Send your hips to the sky. Send your chest toward your thighs. Find a little bend in your elbows. And press your hands firmly into your mat, fingers wide. Just breathe. Shift forward like a wave. Drop your knees. Untuck your toes. Come into up dog. Come back to your knees. Tuck your toes. Downward facing dog. Shift forward into a wave. Drop your knees. Tops of your feet down. Up dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. Breathe out. Come forward like a wave. Drop your knees, tops of your feet down, upward facing dog. Really open your heart. And downward facing dog, breathe out. Breathe out. The inhale will come. Walk up to the top of your mat and fold. Grab opposite elbows, feet hips distance apart. Let your head hang down. Bend your knees. Sway or find stillness. Let go. Watch your breath. Drop your hands. Reach all the way up. Rise up. You can stay where you are. I just want you to be able to see me. Hands to heart center. So you're at the top of your mat. Chair pose. Inhale. Draw your thighs towards each other. Press your feet down. Weight in your heels. Sit a little lower. Breathe in. Swing your arms back. Breathe out. Come back up. Sit a little lower. Breathe in. Swing your arms back. Breathe out. Like you're going to dive off a board. Come forward. Swing your arms back. Come back to chair pose. And fold. So you're at the top of your mat. Halfway lift. And then step back into a chaturanga. Up dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. Breathe out. Lift your right leg to the sky. Bend your knee. Stack your hip. Stack your right hip over your left hip. Keep your gaze towards your left toes. Now come forward towards your hands. Step your right foot between your hands. Drop your left foot down. Low lunge. Pull your shoulders down away from your ears. Breathe. Belly button in. Breathe. Starting to feel alive. Bring your hands down to the mat. Tuck your toes. And then bring yourself up to a crescent pose. Nice wide stance. You're on your back toes. Open up to warrior two. Make sure your left hand is coming up as high as your right arm. Bring your right hand to your top of your back, and then just lean back, reach your left hand back. Come back to warrior two. Open up this time into a full reverse. Hands forward and back. Good. Now just pop your back foot up a little bit so you can straighten into a triangle stance. Reach forward. and make your way into triangle. Breathe here. Send your right hip towards your left heel. Lift your heart. Come back to warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Make your way into warrior one and flow. Or come back to downward facing dog. Up dog or cobra. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Let it go. A couple breaths here. Nice and slow today. Left leg up. Open. Really feel that opening in your left hip. Maybe circle your leg a little bit. Coming forward to a low lunge. Draw your chin in towards your throat. Nice long neck. Bring your hands down. Untuck your toes. Take a wide stance. Come up to crescent pose. Make your way to warrior two. Right hand up as high as your left hand. There we go. Left hand bends this time. Reach back, reach open, and extend. Reverse. Pop your back leg up, come into a triangle. Send your left hip back towards your right heel. Open up your heart. Come back to warrior two. Come back to warrior one. And flow. Or come to down dog. That's going to be our flow. One breath per pose. Step to the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Fold. Rise. Chair pose. Hands back like you're diving. Chair pose. Fold. Half lift, either vinyasa or downward facing dog. Right leg to the sky, bend your knee, open up. Step forward to a low lunge. Untuck your back toes. Come up to crescent. Warrior two. Reach your hand back, open up. Warrior two. Bring your back foot up, straighten your front leg, triangle. Warrior two. Warrior one. And flow. Or I'm going to come to downward facing dog. Always your choice. Left side, left leg up. Bend, stack, open. Step through. Low lunge. Hands forward. Tuck your back toes. Nice wide stance. Crescent. Warrior two. Right hand comes behind your head, open up. Warrior two. Pop your back foot up, straighten your front leg, triangle. Warrior two. Warrior one. And flow or downward facing dog. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Let it go. Nice work. Come up to the top of your mat. Come to a halfway lift. Fold. Rise. You're at the top of your mat. Tree. So right foot either pressing into your mat, into your calf, or into your thigh, left thigh, but not pressing into your, I can't do it there, my legs are too slippery today. Right here, not pressing into your knee. Okay, tree pose. Now be willing to come apart here. This may or may not go beautifully. It's just, let's just have fun. We're going to come into dancer by bringing your right hand back, press into your left foot, bend your left knee a little bit, and reach forward. Now transition to warrior three. Come forward onto your left foot, bring your hands to your heart, send your right leg straight back behind you, look down at your mat. Then bring your hands to your mat, standing splits. If you ever fall out of this, and I easily could on the other side, just laugh and come back into it. Fold. Half lift. Fold. Rise. Tree. So either anchor your toes, calf, thigh, grow tall, press into your standing right foot. Pull your belly button into your spine. Bring your right arm forward, bring your left hand back, grab your left foot, come forward into dancer. Let go of your left foot, bring your hands to heart center, square your hips, come into warrior three. And bring your hands down, there you go, standing splits. Fold. Rise. Now, we're going to try that as a one breath per pose. Have fun with it. Tree. Inhale. Exhale. Dancer. Inhale. Warrior three. Exhale. Standing splits. Right foot beside your left, come up. Tree. Dancer. Here we go. Warrior three. Standing splits. Left foot beside your right. Toes turned out. Come down to a squat. Breathe. Press your elbows inside your thighs to open up your hips a little. Slide your hips down. Pull your belly button into your spine. You can always come onto a block or a pillow. Take a seat here. Whatever works for you. Stay here or play with me. Come into crow by bringing your hands forward. Come up onto your toes. Maybe put your block or your pillow out in front of you for your head. Come way up on your toes. Bring your knees all the way up into your armpits. Press into your hands. Shift forward. Then maybe lift one toe or both toes off your mat. Play with it. Move the block or the pillow. Shift back to high plank. Shift forward onto your knees. All the way down onto your mat. Head to one side, hands face down behind you. Breathe. Head to the other side. forehead to the center. Reach your toes back, lift them up. Press your hands back. Reach, reach, reach for the back of your room. Come into locust. Lift your chest. Lift your drishti. Your gaze is out in front of you. Neck is long. For 5. Draw your shoulder blades together. 4, 3, 2, 1. Come down. Hands underneath your forehead. Let everything go. Option to do that again, or come into bow by reaching your hands back, grabbing a hold of your ankles. Pressing your thighs, your hip bones into the mat. Lift up, lift up, lift up. Open your heart. Flex your feet. Stand on the ceiling. Imagine you can stand on the ceiling. Rock front to back, or find stillness. Release. And come down. Breathe here. Bring your hands beside your low ribs. Press up and back to a well-deserved wide knees child's pose. Just where we started class. Notice your breath. Scan your body just like you did at the beginning of class. Press up and then just swing your hips around so that you can plant your feet under your knees and lie back. Let me move this block. Excuse me. Bring your arms out. Tee your arms out. Just let your low back release into your mat. Now bring your hands. Let's come into bridge. Bring your fingertips so that they can just graze your heels. Press down into your feet, press down into your arms, and then peel your hips up. Block is nice here if you want to come into a supportive bridge at the base of your tailbone. That feels really good today. Or you can just lift your hips up high. If you're not in supported bridge, lower your hips down slowly. Take a couple of breaths and come back up again. If you're in supported bridge, just enjoy it. Remove your block. Bring your right foot across your left knee so that we're in a reclined pigeon. Take your hands through that, bring your right hand through that triangle that's created. Grab a hold of your left leg. Flex both feet. And then just lie back. With your inhale, press your elbow into your right leg. Open it up a little. With your exhale, draw your left knee a little bit closer to your chest. Just play with that. Find what works for your body this morning. It's morning for me. Find what works for your body at this time. Release. Hug your knees into your chest. And then change sides. Flexing feet. Lying back. Using your inhales and exhales to just move a little bit in this pose. Release. Find happy baby by bringing your feet up, grabbing the outside of your feet, and then pulling your knees down. outside or inside. See what works best for you. Pull your knees down, pull your feet down. Let your hips release. You can sway side to side, smile like a happy baby. Bring your forehead up to your knees, come into a little ball, just a tight little ball. And then lie back. Bring your right knee into your chest. Take a spinal twist to the right. Gaze can come back out over to the left, Gaze can come out over to the right, or your gaze can come to the left, whichever feels better. Just breathe into that twist. Back to center. Slide your right leg out, draw your left knee in, twist to the right. Breathe into the twist. Keep your left shoulder blade on your mat, so if you need to come back a little bit from the twist, do that. Left leg back, lengthen it out long. Shavasana. Bring your breath back to normal. Don't even think about it. Let your body sink down into your mat. Relax. This is a great place to assimilate everything we just did. You can stay here for 5 minutes longer if you can. Just hit pause on the video and enjoy the deep relaxation. If you need to get going, just roll to one side. Press yourself up to a seat. Sit up nice and tall. And bring your hands to heart center. Close your eyes. Notice how you feel. Thank you so much for joining me today. Bring your thumbs to your forehead center. The light in my heart bows to the light in yours. Namaste. Have a good one.